So just for good measure, while I'm here, I'll go all the way around the tire. Just make sure I don't have any other leaks. I'll get me an air gauge and we'll see how much pressure. I don't want to put too much pressure on a lawnmower tire, but I can put a little bit more. Put enough on here so I can watch the pressure. I hear it leaking somewhere. Might be around the edge of this where I had that, where I bent that wheel. Yeah, I bet that's where it's leaking right there. Where I bent that wheel, see it? I can fix that by bending it back. I don't know if y'all saw that or not. Right here's where I bent that wheel. That's leaking there. Now I have fixed the bent wheel with a hammer before like this. That's even worse. That's even worse than that top bend up there. So I probably had that original leak and then I made it worse by using that puller on the wheel. Well, sure have made a mess here, hadn't I? What I might do instead is put all the air out of this. See if I can break this bead, put something behind here to seal that with. They make various products. I'm trying to remember what they used to use. Seemed like they just used soap, soapy water. Back in the old days when we worked in the garages. But see, I bent this out. It's bent out, and then when I hammered it, I bent it back in. But there's a little gap. I think there was a sharp edge on that puller. I think it gouged this right here. I might could knock this wheel off, knock this tire off this wheel and put some former gasket in there and blow it back up. That might work. And yeah, that's kind of fun. That's pretty fun. Pretty different. Maybe it's time to walk away from it and give it time to go flat again so I can get the wheel off. See that little crack? Oh, look, a little crack in the wheel right there. Dang. Yeah. Let's see, this wheel hadn't moved at all. Even with me pulling it hard enough to bend that wheel, it didn't even move. Oh, that's just weird. Let's put a little bit more freeze off and let it set all night. Come back out here. Won't be tomorrow. We got a festival in town tomorrow and then the car show the day after that. So I'll let that sit till the next time. Then we'll come out here and mess with it some more. Sometimes you don't fix it. Sometimes you just reach a point where you realize that you hadn't fixed it and you got to think of some other way to fix it. It's okay. That's all part of the program. You ain't always. As you know, I've been working on fixing a leak on this back tire, and when I went to try to take the wheel off, the C-clamp pin, whatever you call that there, I had a heck of a time getting it off of there, even though I do have the right tools for it. And in trying to get it off, I bent this wheel with a wheel puller. And then I fixed the leak without taking it off using a tire plug. But when I inflated it, it was leaking where I had bent the wheel. I didn't really want to take this wheel off. Well, I did, but I couldn't get it off because it's literally frozen to the axle. I bent the wheel with the wheel puller, it wouldn't come on. So I thought I'd try something a little bit ridiculous, and I put some Permatex high-tack gasket sealant. I took a big screwdriver and prized the rubber away from the wheel, and I put the Permatex down in that crack here and here where it was bent. And then I pumped it up just now, and I'm going to watch to see if it goes flat. Now I know it's not leaking as bad as it was yesterday, because yesterday air was just pouring out of it. So we'll see if it holds. We'll see if it holds air. All right, so this is the next day. This is sat all night. You can still see little pieces of Permatex stuck on here, but it has not leaked any air. It is it's holding up. So I guess that's an interesting way to fix. I know, well, there's probably some other sticky things you could put around the edge of a rim, but in this case, you know, it's one thing when you got air leaking on a tubeless tire around the edge of the rim. It's another when you've actually damaged the rim. That's what I did with this one. By bending it and then hammering it back into place, I created a situation where it wouldn't hold air. But the Permatex high-tack gasket, it's not forma gasket, it's just regular old, we used to just call it, everything that you'd put on gaskets back in the old days, we just called it Permatex. That's about all there was back then. But it's just high-tack Permatex. And it did the trick. There you go. We're good.